Wrong bird.
Avevo
Gotcha.
bisogno di qualcosa per stasera, per la cena?
Hello?
Dobbiamo andare al
What kind of message is
supermercato.
that?
Dei pomodori e
I'd
dei
better call
peperoni.
Sophia.
Chissà dove è un negozio.
Ma Giuseppe, tu non lo conoscevi?
Sì, ce n'è uno qui vicino, a 50 metri.
Nancy, you have tracked the pigeon.
After it left Fongo's, it flew to Campo Santa Margarita. It landed right next to this place called Casa dei Giochi.
Casa dei Giochi. You are sure?
Yeah? Is something wrong?
Casa dei Giochi is a private club owned by Enrico Tazza. The police suspect that he fences stolen goods for big criminals like Leo Macchiano. If Fongo is working for the Phantom, perhaps Tazza is working for him too. Look around the Casa dei Giochi, Nancy. Talk to Tazza if you can. Get on his good side. See how much you can find out without making him suspicious. Was the pigeon carrying a message?
Yes, but all it says is hello in English, followed by an exclamation point.
There is a dot at the bottom of this exclamation point.
Yeah?
You must find a microscope and examine this dot, Nancy. If Fongo was sending a message to Tazza, maybe it's hidden there.
A microdot, of course. I'll do that. I'll find a microscope and take a look at it.
If I do not hear from you, you will hear from me.
See from the way you are dressed, you are American. Who are you?
My name is Nancy Drew.
This is a private club. You cannot come in, sorry.
Ho detto male, mi sono stato beccato da un piccione. Dov'è un ospedale?
Boh, non c'è un ospedale qui vicino. Devi
Dio mio.
andare in un altro posto, un'altra
Conosci un
città.
dottore?
Sì, è un amico mio. Ha lo studio qui vicino.
Andiamocene.
Andiamo, sì, vi accompagno io.
Dov'è il caffè Jing Jing? Mi hanno detto che è molto buono.
Il caffè Gin Gin. Ah, lo conosco, è molto vicino, 2 minuti di qua.
È un bel posto.
Ah, allora ci andiamo assieme?
Sì, andiamo insieme.
Abbiamo bisogno di qualcosa per stasera, per la cena?
Sì, dobbiamo andare al supermercato a comprare dei pomodori e dei peperoni.
Chissà dove è un negozio.
Ma Giuseppe, tu non lo conoscevi uno?
Sì, ce n'è uno qui
Looks
vicino,
like
a
that's
50
it.
metri. Vuoi andare al cinema, Vania?
No, assolutamente no.
È un bel film.
Ma non ho...
Another package?
And I want you both to know that I am very sorry if that American girl is bothering you. It was not my idea for her to stay here, believe you me.
Yikes, they're talking about me. I shouldn't listen,
She doesn't bother me.
Nor me. In fact, I rather like her.
but I'm going to anyway.
This is because she spends most of her time on the roof bothering me. She's always up there looking at buildings through binoculars. She says she wants to be an architect.
Well, if she wants to learn about architecture, she's certainly come to the right city.
Which reminds me, the Restoration Council has finally responded to our plans for renovating the shower area. Would you rather get upset now or later?
Please, later, I just ate. Anyway, I apologize for the trouble she makes. If she bothers you, you tell me and I will tell her.
Oh, she's fine.
She's quite fine, actually.
If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
So, I noticed someone got a box of chocolates. You perhaps? From a secret admirer?
They're not for me. They're for someone named Il Dottore.
I thought that was someone's special name for you. How disappointing. Especially since I was going to ask you if I could have a piece. I'm starving.
Do you have a Carnivale costume yet?
No, but I have been invited to several parties, so I'm definitely going to get one. I've got this strange urge to dress up as a cat.
I'll come back later, okay?
Tschüss!
Hello, Nancy.
Does Margarita know that you went to prison in England for art theft?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Cullen?
My real name is Justin Beaumont. 2 years ago, I removed a Renoir from the private collection of a man to whom it was nothing more than a financial investment. I took it home so it would be appreciated as the masterpiece it was. Its former owner took issue with my actions. I was arrested, and I was sent to prison for a year. As for Margarita, she's the only one who knows. She says if I don't continue to work for her for next to nothing, she'll tell all her friends I have a criminal record, which would essentially end my career here in Venice, just like it ended my career back in England. If that were to happen, I'd be utterly lost.
How did Margarita find out?
I have no idea. She wouldn't tell me. What's worse, not only does she keep trying to get me to use substandard materials so she can save money on the renovations I'm doing for her, but she wants me to cover it up by lying to the Restoration Council about it. And for someone in my precarious position, let's just say resisting has been very, very difficult. Enough. I insist we change the subject.
Do you live here at the Ca?
No, I have a room in a building on the other side of the Grand Canal. A very small room. But I spend so much time here and so little time there, I suppose technically I do live here.
Do you know who that box of chocolates in the entryway is for?
No, I didn't really look at it because I assumed it was for you. It's not?
No, it's for someone named Il Dottore.
Oh, I was afraid, I assumed they were from that Locket fellow of yours. Il Dottore. Wonder who that could be.
What are you going to be for Carnivale this year?
Working, that's what I'm going to be. I haven't been invited to any festivities, which is just as well because I detest costumes. So to Carnivale, I say, bah humbug.
Would it be okay if I used your microscope?
I have a very strict policy when it comes to my equipment. No one touches it but me. And now, you. I trust you, Nancy. Please, be my guest.
Oh, thank you.
Hello again. Do you always wear that locket?
I've only had it a week. My boyfriend gave it to me just before I left.
I should have known. That explains why it is so, ordinary. Which is not a bad thing. It is just that, well, when one lives in Venezia, one becomes so used to true beauty that anything less tends to stand out like, dirt on a white rug.
My roommate, Helena Berg, does she stay here a lot?
This is the first time. I met her at a party which Rosetta Del Bene gave. When Elena found out where I lived, she practically begged me to let her stay here. And with Rosetta standing right there, well, I could not say no.
Why was she so insistent about staying here?
She said it was because the Nas Costa is so centrally located. Which it is, altro che. But I think it was because I am so centrally located. She's what you call a social climber. Always asking me about parties. When they are, where they are, who is invited, what should she wear, whose name should she say to get in. Che schifo! The upper class of Venezia is closed to outsiders. Elena is full of voglio, this is true, but she will never be one of them. Us.
I'm running kind of low on euros.
You're not asking me for a handout, I hope. Or a loan.
Could I maybe do some work for you and earn the money?
No.
Oh.
But do not stop with me. There are many ways for people with energy and voglio to make money in this city. Go to Rialto Market and see what people are buying. Use your eyes. Use your brain. You will think of a way.
I hear you've been using the fact that Colin has a criminal record to try to get him to do things that may not be totally legal.
Who tells you this? Colin, he says that? Because I do no such thing. It is him. He is the one who wants to break the law. Margarita, he says, pay me 1,000 euros, and I will find a way to save you 10,000 euros on your renovation. No, I tell him, lasciamo stare. But he keeps bringing it up.
He told me just the opposite.
He is telling you that cheating on the renovations was my idea? Oh, once a liar and a thief, always a liar and a thief. This is what I get for being nice. If and when people find out I hired such a man, I will be the laughingstock of Venezia. So please, Nancy, please, keep what you know to yourself.
Who is Il Dottore?
Dottore means doctor. What doctor are you talking about?
There's a box of chocolates downstairs for Il Dottore.
Someone must have left them here by mistake.
Has anything else for Il Dottore ever been delivered here?
I am up here all day. Something gets delivered, something does not get delivered. I do not know. I do not care.
Will you be dressing up in a costume for Carnevale?
Altro che! I have fallen in love with Commedia dell'arte. So this year I will dress up as my favorite character, the big-nosed, nasty Pulcinella. He and I are so opposite, no one will ever guess it is me.
I'll talk to you later.
Good, good. Please, do not read that.
Nancy, you have examined the microdot the pigeon was carrying?
I sure have. The message, which was written in English, said, Il Dottore requests you to change the safe room lock combination to 43556.
Il Dottore?
Yes, which is really interesting because in his office, Fongo has a poster of Commedia dell'arte masks. He's crossed out all but 5 of the masks, and among the ones that aren't crossed out are the Brighella mask.
The mask the Phantom wears.
Right, and the mask for Il Dottore wasn't crossed out either. And it was in the middle, like it was more important than the others. And when I went back to the place where I'm staying, a box of chocolates had just been delivered for someone named Il Dottore, which means it's very possible that Il Dottore is one of the people at the Ca' Nascosta.
Perhaps Fongo and the Phantom and whoever else they are working with are going by the names of Commedia dell'arte characters. This would make it easier to secretly communicate with each other. And is that true? Perhaps those chocolates are a message of some kind. And if Il Dottore was at the center of that poster you saw, perhaps the person the message was meant for is the ringleader.
Just what I was thinking.
Here is what we will do. I will have a technician hide tracking devices in objects these people are likely to carry around with them. Then, when we know which of them is Il Dottore, we will activate the appropriate device and be able to follow him.
Awesome! Let's see, Helena's always writing, so for her I could plant a bug in her pen maybe. And Margarita is always sunning herself, so you could hide a bug for her in a sunglasses case. But for Colin, you could bug a mosaic tile. You know, a tessera?
He's likely to carry a mosaic tile on his person?
If it's from me, he will. Long story.
This is good information, Nancy. I will have our technician prepare the 2 bugged objects and the device which she will hide in the pen, then leave them for you in the Banca dell'Oro ATM. You should give them to each person as soon as you get them.
Will do. Keep your fingers crossed.
My fingers are always crossed.